Hi guys. Oh my gosh. Sorry about the delay. I was outside right before I was about to go live. I got a knock on the door. My neighbor let me know that my hound dog had popped a little hole through their vinyl fence trying to talk to their dogs. And we had to sort out what we were going to do and how we're going to fix things and what we're going to do. And oh, it's my neighborhood. You know how you have that neighborhood? But my next door neighbors are fine. Sometimes my dogs, man, my dogs. All right, so I wish my dogs were not so complicated, is what I wished, to be frank. So, and of course, it is a bajillion degrees, super cold. It's like 30 degrees. And at the same time that happened, my son's nurse case manager came to do a 4-month assessment on him, or 3-month assessment on him. So it's like everything happened at the same time. So thank you for being patient, and we have all gotten everything sorted out. All right, so let's talk about what's going on here. So yesterday we did a stream, and when I told you and I let you know that Amber Baltierra was arrested over the weekend on November 10th after an altercation occurred with her ex-boyfriend. On Instagram Live, Amber explained that she and her ex had split up and she had found out that he had been cheating on her, and she had wanted to go collect a few things at his house. And when she went there, she said a woman was walking out and she lost her mind, apparently. She admitted that she gets a little bit violent. Now, thanks to the due diligence of one of my subscribers who is actually from Texas, I was able to locate her charges, and she's charged with assault, causing bodily harm with a designation of family violence, which would be like comparable to domestic violence. And it's a misdemeanor with a the section that they've been charging her with is a misdemeanor. Thus far, I could not locate anything for her specific dates in court. My subscriber said that this could be going towards a grand jury for an indictment. I don't know. She insisted that he was going to drop the charges, though my lovely Texas subscribers have told me that in the state of Texas, that literally doesn't matter, because if the state wants to move forward with charges, it doesn't matter if someone wants to drop the charges. That's just how it works in Texas. They like to prosecute. So, the current section that it's listed under, it's a misdemeanor class A, I believe. It has up to 1 year in prison. She was released on a $1,500 bond. She did spend a night in prison, or in jail, and she's out on bond now, awaiting the next steps. So, now, given everything that's been happening in the teen mom world, we're just getting over one Amber. Now we have another Amber. Now, Amber Baltierra has had a long history of substance abuse, and she is the full sister of Tyler. He and of his parents, Kim and Butch. If you know Butch, obviously, Butch has also had a long history of being in and out of prison, and also has his own issues with addiction. And it appears that Amber struggles with the same thing. A lot of people online were speculating that she had relapsed. And from what I could tell, she didn't appear as though she had relapsed. She didn't seem intoxicated when she was on Instagram Live. But again, I'm not in her life. She said that she had received an 18-month chip. Subscribers of mine who are in recovery said they don't like that she has a male sponsor. You're supposed to have a same-sex sponsor. I don't know any of these rules. But I also know that recovery is not perfect. Slips happen, mistakes are made. Part of addiction is there's, underlying issues typically that have caused those behaviors, and sometimes it's mental health, sometimes it's trauma. There's lots of different factors here. And I don't think you can ever expect perfection in this case, but this behavior is absolutely unacceptable. So I don't think we should also be like, well, she's an addict, so let's like give her a pass. Like, no, you don't get a pass for acting like that. Yes, you made a mistake, but you don't get a pass because of your recovery. Like, that's not fair. And so we already know that Kate, now, and it's interesting because in the teen mom world, you know, there's no other way that we handle conflict but with our fists, because that's naturally like the only step that any of these people know how to take. It's going from 0 to 800 and going from 100 to 1,000,000 and using their fists. So she says she scratched him across the face. She insists that he's not going to drop. He's going to blah, blah, blah. He's not going to press charges. My friends in Texas say that doesn't matter. She'll probably be charged anyway. So Catelynn, now Tyler hasn't said anything. This is the interesting thing. Tyler has said nothing. But Catelynn was on Instagram and on Twitter, and this is the part that I just think is ridiculous. She talks to the Hollywood gossip and then uses the statement for clickbait. I'm not even lying. I'm not lying. She clickbaited herself by giving them a statement, because Hollywood Gossip is one of those companies that works with these clickbait companies. And so she's going to make money off the clicks that your guys are going to read to get her statement, which is pretty much nothing. So we already know that she was on an Instagram Live with Amber, saying she supports Amber. She's been supporting Amber Portwood this whole time. Catelynn has her own history of having a family with a lot of issues and has probably seen a lot in her life as well. She's never had issues with the law. I'll make that known. But she also has a pattern of seemingly supporting people that have bad behavior. Now, I understand you can love people unconditionally and not love their behavior, but this, pattern of not saying anything strong against this sort of stuff is starting to become apparent with Catelynn. Now, she said to the Hollywood Gossip, "I will tell you so you don't have to read it." We did hear that Amber got arrested, much like the rest of the world now has since the news broken. And she said that she hasn't spoken to Amber, but she was adamant that she believes she's still sober. She said she has worked hard for her sobriety, and we are super proud of that. She said, sobriety aside, all I'll say is she's an adult, and I don't monitor what she does. She's my sister, and I'll always love her unconditionally, but she does what she does with her own life. She does what she does, and with her own life involves her and no one else. This is a part of the statement I don't like. She does what she does with her own life and involves her and no one else. Amber has 2 kids. What she does with her own life does affect other people. It doesn't involve it, and it also involves the other man. Now, I don't know if this is Catelynn trying to be like, well, it's her problem, not mine. Or if she's just trying to say like, this only affects her. But this literally isn't a statement. Like, when you do things and you're a mother, it does affect more than just you. It affects your children. And I feel like this is like, we need, you guys? We need like like on NBC, they did The More You Know. I feel like we need a more you know moment with Teen Mom. Guess what, ladies? Your life isn't just about you. It's about your kids too, and your choices affect them. The more you know. Right? Okay. So she said, and then she made a joke. And this was the other part of it that I don't love. She makes a joke and she says, I will say, coming from a female, that if I were to bust my boyfriend with another female, I might be in jail too. So take that to anyone thinking they might make a play for Tyler, which she added an emoji that was like laughing. So again, she's making a joke of DV by saying, well, if it was my man and that happened to me, I might be in jail too. As though it's justified. So, and then she said, but in all seriousness, I can understand why she'd be upset catching her boyfriend with another woman. At the end of the day, Tyler and I are focused on ourselves and our children, and unfortunately, both with Amber and with Butch and others, we can't be anyone's caretaker. We are always here for her regardless and love her, but she's an adult who has to deal with the choices she makes and the consequences of those choices. So, what the heck? Is she making like a light of this situation? Is that just me? I don't know. I understand why she'd be upset catching her boyfriend with another woman. So that justifies the behavior? Is that what it is? I'm not trashing Catelynn. I'm literally just trying to understand this. The statement is wishy-washy to me. So, I don't know. We will figure this all out. We'll go forward and we'll talk about what happens next. Amber has no court date at this time, and we will just have to figure out where we go from here. I will be back later. I'd love to know what your thoughts are about this. And we will be back in a little bit. I have spoke with Olivia and from Welcome to Plathville, and I've got more to share in a while. Bye, guys.